Welcome to live and exclusive coverage of Coventry United versus Harborough Town here on Coventry United TV. Live from the Butts Park Arena. A little late starting, apologies for that. We've got a bit of a bare bones crew at the Butts Park Arena today. Usually we have 4 people in the media team. Today we've only got 1 and you're listening to him. So I'm doing everything today, including the stadium announcing. So if you hear me talking absolute rubbish, well, that's not exactly a new thing, but that will be happening every now and again throughout the game, so please do bear with us. The team news for you, if we can get that up. Yes, I know he's got a bigger mic than I have, all right. I've got a bigger gob than he has. So into the team news there for United, it's Chris Roscoe, Junior Yawley, Archie Bales, Tyler Donaldson, Archie Crover, Callum Ray, Joseph Agambiade, Rolly Devoyle, Muzzy Nduna, Renato Prifty and Brian and Love. And for Harborough, it's Elliot Taylor, Daniel Cooper, Josh Walsh, Paul Malone, Ben Williams, Gary Mulligan, Reece Kelly, Joel Carter, Doddsy Agbenu, James Ireland and Reece Holmes. Coventry United concede a free kick in their own half of the field. That will be the opportunity for Elliot Taylor to boot it upfield. So we hit the 3-minute mark. There he goes, curled towards the right-hand side of the penalty area. Ray looking to see it out and launches it out on that far side. No nonsense defending from the big man at the back. Cooper with ball in hand. A strong header away and a free kick for pushing the back there on Archie Crover. Roscoe takes it. It's virtually a goal kick for Chris Roscoe, so nothing new. The man wearing the rather fluorescent bright pink goalkeeping kit. Prifty's up there, Brian and Love. Chases on for Reece Holmes into the penalty area after the through ball. Easy pickings for Roscoe. The run from Junior Yawley up the right-hand side, curtailed by James Ireland. 17 goals in all competitions this season for the number 10. Throw in for the Running Greens, just up line from their penalty area. Nduna. Walsh had his hands on Nduna. Referee said it's fair game. And Love gets stuck in, but tracked away from number 11 by Paul Malone. Cooper dodges Agambiade. Through ball down the left-hand side, James Ireland will chase. And he'll be barged out by Tyler Donaldson. Ireland looks behind in disgust, hoping to see the referee pointing for a free kick. He's out of luck on that occasion. An argument over the match ball. The referee confirms that it is to regulations. And we'll get it underway again with Ty Donaldson. muddled up by Mulligan, but there's Bryan and Love. Towering header by Williams, but on Love again, sends it upfield. Agambiade will chase. Daniel Cooper caught mid-air as he headed it to the side. The clearance only as far as Love, sandwiched between two Bees defenders, and a swipe by Riley DeVoyle, taking out the legs of Joel Carter for a free kick about 5 yards shy off the halfway line. Coventry United playing what looks to be a back five this afternoon, with Donaldson, Ray and Crover at the back. Either side of them, Archie Bales and Junior Yawley. And a front three of Nduna, Love and Agambiade, it appears, with DeVoyle and Prifty playing in midfield. Prifty a little further back than we're used to seeing him. He has been deployed as a bit of a number 10 over the last few games. A bit of a 4-2-3-1 formation utilised by Ivor Lawson, the former Coventry City midfielder, in charge of first team affairs. And again, Harborough not happy with the match ball. And this time it is going to be changed. Taylor, the goalkeeper, places the ball and sends it towards the penalty area, right-hand side of the box. Crover's up there and nods it out ahead of Ben Williams. That's going to be a throw level with the box. Awkward situation for any team, but when you've got a defender in your side who's scored 13 goals this season, it's always going to be a worry. Crover sends it up rather than out. Who will be able to clear it back into danger zone? Well, there is Williams trying to send it goal bound. And two attempts to Voyle. Gets it out of the box, but not out of danger. Here's Carter. Curling ball for Paul Malone, but it curls out for the goal kick. So Roscoe plays ball boy, fetches the ball. Well, let's have a look at the latest scores around the grounds in a short while. Of course, Coventry City hosting Blackburn Rovers today as Donaldson, under pressure, launches it out on the near side. So, full-time score in the Premier League, Liverpool 2, Watford 0 with an early goal at Turf Moor. Manchester City lead Burnley by 1-0, and Wolves in front against Villa at Molineux. City and Blackburn, as said, still 0-0. A big full-time score there for Forest, beating Blackpool 4-1. We're getting us back underway, and collision between Agbenu and Ireland, which has left the number 9 on the deck. Ireland is built like a tank, so you wouldn't want to get in his way. It's going to be a free kick on the left corner of the penalty area, just by the line. So, any further, it could have been a penalty. So, we've had 9 minutes at the Butts Park Arena. Still Harborough and Coventry scoreless. Harborough bringing a fair few to the Butts Park Arena today. Dare Josh Walsh go for the strike? He dare. Pushed by Roscoe and Williams. And hit into the hands of Chris Roscoe by James Ireland. United surviving an onslaught from the Bees, but they have yet to be stung by the visiting attack. That's the throw to the feet of DeVoyle from Crover. They had Daniel Cooper on the halfway line. Who got the final touch on that ball? It's going to be a Harborough throw. Bales thinks it took a touch off Dodzi Agbenu. the linesman adamant that it was a Harborough throw. See the first bit of activity on the bench of Coventry United from the substitutes, likes of Motveni, Marsh, Addy and Dunn on the substitutes bench. It's the penultimate fixture of the Butts Park Arena this season, the last one 2 weeks' time against Biggleswade. Bounces across the face of goal there as Ireland tried to bring it under control. It's found Joel Carter on the left side of the box. Downline to Josh Walsh. Lunge in by Nduna, gets the ball but can't take it fully away. There's the interception by Renato Prifty. Brian and Love looking to send Joseph Agambiade on a chase down the right-hand side. They trick his way past Cooper. He's dragged down. Referee says no. Daniel Cooper using his physicality against the speed of the teenage right back. Here's Nduna with another chance to the cross. Will he be ran out by Walsh? Nduna retains possession tentatively. Donaldson. Looking for a route around Holmes. Was looking to win the corner by playing it off Holmes' leg. Didn't quite work out, but poor control by Ireland allows Nduna back onto it, crossing towards Agambiade. Didn't find its target and lopped it into the stand by Ben Williams. Gives Harborough a chance to breathe at least. Yawley to the feet of Renato Prifty. Yawley rolls across to Crover. United will now look to build from the back once more. That is a terrific ball to Archie Bales. Tries to chest control it. Lost that momentarily and is now engaged in a duel with Agbenu, which unfortunately he loses. Played along the touchline. Here's Crover. Prifty, Devoyle, lovely flick on by Agambiade. Bales with the ball, in towards Brian and Love. Headed out by Walsh, but only as far as Yawley, who has been penalised for handball. In fact, no, it looks like it's been given against Brian and Love for offside. Harborough passing the ball around in the midfield as it starts to snow at the Butts Park Arena. Yes, you heard me right. It's snowing in April. We had bright sunshine this morning and now it's snowing. Welcome to England. Williams. Bouncing ball towards the right-hand side. Daniel Cooper couldn't keep it in. That's gone out for a goal kick. Roscoe towards the left-hand side of the pitch. Agbenu loses out to Crover. Bales, look at a deflection. It's picked up by Williams for Harborough. Bales up there, getting his head on it. Archie Bales was named the CUTV man of the match last week. And he's looking for another accolade to add to his collection. Kills into the midfield for Nduna. It's Walsh who gets his head to it that time. Donaldson, swing and a miss there from the defender, but Harborough don't find themselves in too much trouble. And an aimless ball down the centre of the park, back to Roscoe. So how can it be sunny and snowing at the same time? I don't get it. Patient play from Coventry United. 15 minutes gone, still 0-0. Reece Holmes had the interception. Now it's with Carter. And Bennett couldn't stretch far enough to get a toe on that ball as it rolled across him through the penalty area and out again. And the snow really is coming down. Well, I don't think we're going to have any problems with the pitch. Of course, it is artificial. The only problem that really causes games to be called off here is ice. It's not going to make things easy for the players. It's going to be cold and damp. Don't think it's going to make for the best football. I feel sorry for the linesman in front of us, who, of course, is not going to be moving as much as the players. Anyway, back to the action. It's a throw-in for Harborough. About 15 yards into Coventry territory. Daniel Cooper looking to launch it. He's going to try and keep that ball dry. He's going to get a decent grip on it. And what on earth was that? An awful throw down the touchline, but Bales has just cushioned it out for another throw. Just had the beautiful face of Simon Reynolds on the CUTV camera. That will be quickly destroyed, humanely, afterwards. Launched in by Cooper. Line it up. Can you get it away? Yes, they can, as Gary Mulligan sent it goal bound. Scooped up by Crover, who will be first in the seconds. DeVoyle is heading towards it, but beaten to the punch by Josh Walsh. Roscoe blasts it away on the edge of his penalty area. Of course, couldn't handle it. It was outside the box. We had an incident last week with the goalkeeper actually catching the ball a good 3 yards out of the box and not getting sent off against Potter. A moment of controversy, but of course the Red and Greens went on to win 2-1 thanks to beautiful goals from Ashton DeMulder and Renato Prifty. Unfortunately, DeMulder not involved today. He's hearing he may have been recalled by Solihull Moors, but we'll have to ask Ivor Lawson about that fact a little later on. We'll be talking to Ivor at full time in our post-match interview series. And there's been a goal at the CBS Arena scored by a Blackburn player for Coventry City. Pickering with an own goal, putting Coventry City in front by 1-0. Here's Agberu, darting into the area, pulls it across, but too close to the keeper, Chris Roscoe. Safe hands from the new number one for Coventry United. Had to bide his time for the opportunity. Of course, was the understudy to Reece Francis for a year and a half. That's Francis, along with former United manager Terry Anderson, now at Highgate. And the linesman flagging for a foul on Renato Prifty on the far side of the field. The referee has waved it away. And Harborough looks to take advantage. Here's Reece Hones, looking to zone in on goal. A wayward effort from the Harborough number 11. If that had gone in, Coventry United would have a serious axe to grind. Coming up to 19 minutes of the Buckspark Arena in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Of course, Harborough guaranteed a top 2 place now. 20 points in front of third place Rugby. It's all about who's going to take the title. And at the moment, it is Harborough in the driving seat. They're 5 points in front of Hinckley LRFC, who they beat last week. Seem to have gone for a bit of a blip, Hinckley. Coventry United were actually the first team to prevent Hinckley from winning in the league this season with a 2-2 draw at the Hinckley LRFC Stadium. Could have been a victory. United were leading by 2-0 as Nduna wanted a corner there. He went shoulder to shoulder with the Harborough number 4, Paul Malone. It looks like Malone's hit his head on the turf here at the Buckspark Arena. That 3G is not soft, believe me. I've played on it. Wrecked my spine for weeks. Oh, it's actually his knee. Well, same principle. That stuff hurts. I mean, I only played in goal for 10 minutes, but I do know how hard this one can be. Hey, I still got a medal out of it. I'm happy with that. A bit of a delay in play here. We've been stopped for just under a minute. No further goals in the Premier League, but again, as we said earlier, Coventry City leading by 1 goal still against Blackburn. Own goal from Pickering. Hones. Great punt from Chris Roscoe with Hones one-on-one with the United shot stopper. Hard play for a throw on this near side. We want to say a big shout out to Chris Jones, who is tuned in. Sadly not with us due to COVID. Hope you are doing all right, Chris. We look forward to seeing you at the Biggleswade game in a couple of weeks' time. As Callum Ray fonts the ball out on this near side. It hasn't really flowed. There haven't been that many opportunities. It's been a bit of a drab experience in the opening 21 minutes. Of course, Harborough want to ensure that they're in the title fight in the remaining couple of games. After today, only 3 fixtures left for Coventry United. Ray's header from the throw. Here's Muzzy and Duna. United encased in their own backyard, and Duna rolls it along the touchline to his old mate Brian and Love. Agambiala, there's acres of space on the left-hand side for Archie Bales, but he's on a one-man mission. Maybe his view was blocked off by Agbenu. If he had played that ball to Bales, then the left-back would have had a real opportunity. And here is Bales on the header from the boot from Taylor. Agbenu looking to pick up that through ball and looking to shield it out. Archie Bales. It's been given as a free kick, not a goal kick, as Agbenu shoved down the young defender from behind. United wanted to get going quickly, but the referee said the ball was moving. Well, we are now officially halfway through the first half, and if anything, I'm not sure what to tell you. There hasn't really been any goal mouth action of any sort. Not a good thing for a commentator, I must say. Well, here's Josh Walsh, the left back. Up towards the penalty area. Simple header away from Ray. These long balls from Harborough just haven't been working. And you know, to get to a certain point in the field, lose it, and then it's back to square one. Walsh. Mulligan barged over. United get the decision. It's going to be a throw on this near side. Gary Mulligan wanted the free kick as he was wrestled to the ground by Brian and Love. That's nothing wrong with a bit of strength. There's the throw from Yawley. Prifty flicks it on. Only as far as the number 7, Reece Kelly. Agbenu on the far side of the field. Carter. Looking for a route around Prifty. Squares it. Mulligan. Dare he try? Deflection. And safely into the midst of Chris Roscoe. So far, Harborough have had the better of the game, but not the better of the score sheet. Hopeful all by Bales. They couldn't catch it before it just edged over the white line for a throw. As the Harborough subs are going on a bit of warp, and again Harborough complaining about the match ball. It's the second time that they've not been happy with it. So on the bench for Harborough, as we were saying, Tony Bartlett, Jordan Henson, Sam Preston, Freddie Robinson and Merson Stiles. And talking of team sheets, we want to say a big well done to Alfie Green, our, I guess you can call him a bit of an apprentice here at Coventry United TV, who read out the team sheets before the game. Did so very well as well. Could be a future Red and Greens commentator, who knows. Agbenu dispossessed by Prifty, but out, muscled, crowded out in the midfield, but Prifty's not letting this go. Has to accept defeat to Hones. United on the assault as they Force Williams all the way back. He finds Elliot Taylor safe and sound. 25 minutes gone. At the Park Arena, still Coventry United 0. Harborough Town 0. Taylor towards the left. Onto the head of Nduna, who was caught from behind by James Ireland. Bit of a standing challenge there, leaving one on him as Crover nods that lofted ball out for a corner. And another goal at Turf Moor. Manchester City leading by 2-0 over Burnley. De Bruyne with the first, Gundogan with the second. Can Harborough make their possession count? They've yet to really trouble Chris Roscoe. Is this their opportunity? High and long to the back. Ireland across the face of goal, swinging a miss by Bales. Picked up again by Walsh. And now Cooper will drill it. Great save by Roscoe. And how on earth, please tell me how Paul Malone has missed that. For about 5 yards out, open goal, smacks it against the crossbar. The danger not over with Carter. Down line with Reece Kelly, playing at left back. And Muzi Nduna should be able to dribble this clear and doesn't. Agambiade ready to make the run. Here is Joseph Agambiade looking to find that extra gear that only he has. Agambiade shoulder to shoulder with Agbenu, and Agbenu will shield it out for the goal kick. Great attempt by Agambiade, but Coventry United will have to count themselves lucky that they're not behind after an atrocious finish from Paul Malone. Finally, some highlights. The highlights will be available tomorrow morning here on the Coventry United TV YouTube channel. Or it might be tomorrow afternoon because tonight is WrestleMania. I'll be up till 5 a.m. and I ain't getting up early. Headed by Callum Ray. Looking for a teammate on the left side of the field, but it's out of play for a throw-in just shy of the halfway line. Run up and launched up by Cooper. Crover couldn't reach. Reece Hones will take it on. Lays it off for Cooper, who can't keep it out. That's going to be a goal kick. Still 1-0 at the CBS Arena between Coventry City and Blackburn. And still 0-0 between Coventry United and Harborough Town. Great lofted ball by Prifty, allowing Muzi Nduna onto it. Goalkeeper comes out. Nduna takes it towards the corner as Taylor backtracks. The cross towards Junior Yawley, bounces across him. And that will go out for a goal kick. Harborough frustrated with themselves. They do not want to be drawing this game. It could hand the initiative back to Hinckley LRFC. They're both going up anyway, but of course you want to go up as champions, not as the runner-up. You want to be the bride at the wedding, not the bridesmaid. Well, that might just be one of my fantasies, I don't know. If you are enjoying today's coverage, make sure to give us a like on YouTube. And leave any comments, any shout-outs you want read out on the air. Obviously, make sure they're clean. Carter. Walsh. Switches the fly over to Cooper. Think of a Hones and Nduna caught by the boot of Hones. Nothing given as Hones smacks it against the Coventry United defender. I think it was Crover who made the block. And now the counter is on. Well, it was, but Nduna played that through ball. A little too through for Renato Prifty, and it's intercepted at the back for the Bees. Here's Ben Williams. Malone. And Junior Yawley with the foul on Josh Walsh. It looks like Walsh went in looking for it. "15 minutes of the first half to go here on Coventry United TV. as Harborough had the opportunity to finally break the deadlock. Not as if they haven't had opportunities already. Still can't quite believe how Malone missed that earlier effort. Will things go better for Harborough on this occasion? No, they won't. A tame header wide of the near post by Gary Mulligan will not cause any sleepless nights for Roscoe. Play that quickly to Yawley, nearly caught up by Walsh. Donaldson with Ireland all over him. Ray, the clearance only as far as Joel Carter. Hones, body checked by Crover. And the theatrics from Holmes looking to get a free kick. The referee saw right through it. Here's Nduna, touched on by Brian and Love. And Archie Bales, not exactly a defender's finish, but couldn't hit the mark for the Red and Greens. The first time that they've really zoned in on Elliot Cooper's net. Well, Brian and Love's family are here supporting the Coventry United veteran. Back with the club after a long absence. And I'm pretty sure that video of Brian's goal a couple of weeks ago is still being replayed over and over again by the hardcore Red and Green Army. Crover. Swung upfield by Ray, but no one home. Yawley up for the header. As far as Kelly. Now Ireland. Can United keep the Bees at bay? Dodzi Agbenu taking on Junior Yawley. Now Agunbiade is getting involved. Walsh. That should be an easy catch from the cross. Indeed it is. Chris Roscoe doing the necessaries and finding some space for Muzzy and Nduna on the left-hand side. He's got Bales with him and Love in front of him. Goes for Brian and Love couldn't quite keep up with the ball. Say what you like about Brian, but he's never going to be an Olympic sprinter. Williams finds Carter in the midfield. Now Agbenu. Space on the left for Josh Walsh. Good hold-up play here for Harborough Town. Carter. Kelly looking for the lofted ball. He's got the corner out of it, headed out by Donaldson, ensuring that Mulligan couldn't reach it. Goes from Carter. Strong header at the far post by Callum Ray. Drilled in by Carter, brilliant save! Outstanding reflexes from Chris Roscoe as Carter unable to keep it in on the right side of the box. But Roscoe has come across leaps and bounds in recent weeks. He's had to bide his time with his opportunity, but he has grasped that opportunity with both hands. Absolutely brilliant goalkeeping from Chris Roscoe. And Love. Challenge from behind by Malone. That won't stop Love, who snatched it back from Carter, but runs into Walsh. And a free given against Coventry United there. Not entirely sure what for. Well, Walsh seems to indicate that he was stamped on by Love. I must say, I didn't see that. And it could be a yellow card here for Brian and Love. I mean, that would be very harsh. It is going to be a yellow card. I mean, that is an incredibly harsh decision. Yellow card for Love. Not a popular decision among the Red and Green Army. as their favourite player is the first to head into the book. 10 minutes to go until half-time. The game has started to liven up a little bit. It always does towards the break. It takes about another half hour to liven up in the second half. It is going to be Elliot Taylor, the goalkeeper. So they get back into the danger zone. Malone's up there. Clear as far as Dotsiak Benu in the midfield. Blocked up by Brian and Love. Now United can get moving. Here's Archie Bales. Lofted ball for Prifty. Good header by Kelly. United are not going to give up on this. Prifty with a bit of help from Brian and Love is eventually taken out by Malone. Prifty stays down. It also get knocked to the back. Prifty receiving some attention from the Coventry United physio, Dan White. Does a fantastic job for the Red and Greens. Has done for the last couple of years. Let's have a look at the current scores in the Premier League. Brighton 0, Norwich 0, Burnley 0, Manchester City 2, Chelsea 0, Brentford 0, Leeds 1, Southampton 0, and this will please Coventry fans, Wolves 2, Villa 0. And the score, as we said earlier on, the Coventry Building Society Arena, Coventry City 1, Blackburn Rovers 0. Beating a former Premier League champion. Not often you can say that. I'm glad to say that Renato Prifty is back on his feet. He will have to leave the field for a couple of seconds, as he has received on-field treatment. It does open the door for Riley Devoyle's delivery. Plenty of red, green and yellow on the edge of that penalty area as Elliot Taylor prepares for what's to come. It's in by Devoyle. Donaldson's there, as is Callum Ray. Donaldson goes to the ground. Muted appeals. Referee says nothing doing as Harborough able to clear and drilled down the left-hand side for Carter. He's not going to reach that ball from Walsh. Roscoe just taps the ball back into his area and picks it up. Roll out to Tyler Donaldson. Amazingly, one of the more senior players at Coventry United now. Has played the most games of any player currently with the club. I think it's 25 now he's played. Dangerous game played at the back. Archie Crover closed down by Hones. It's away to Donaldson on the other side of the box. Kelly. Had a bit of a collision there as both Kelly and Agam Biade went in on the slide. He's gone down holding his knee, and we are going to have to stop play here. And yeah, Roscoe is going to boot the ball out. Kelly needs some help. Physio is going to come across to assist Reece Kelly. Joseph Agam Biade has he made a name for himself the last couple of weeks. A real speedster up front. Chris Roscoe not happy with his gloves. Oh, in fact, no, it's his shin pad. He's sorting out his shin pad. Obviously, he has to take the gloves off to do that. And we now see that he's cut his socks. I don't know why a lot of players do that. They prefer to wear their own socks. And they cut the socks and put them over their own socks so it matches the colour. Honestly, do not understand it. So the next time we'll be on air here on CUTV, 2 weeks' time, our final home match of the season. It's absolutely flown by. It's been a season of drama and turmoil, but we've got through it. So the game between Coventry and Biggleswade, 2 weeks' time, Saturday next. It will be the last time we're on air here on CUTV at the Butts until next season. And then, of course, we've got the away games against Spinks and Amesbury. Amesbury, a good old way. Well, Kelly not getting any sympathy from the Red and Green Army. Yeah. Looks like he is going to be able to continue as we enter the final 5 minutes. The ball thrown out for a goal kick by James Ireland. So back underway with Donaldson. Riley Devoyle. Along the right-hand side. Looking for Yawley. To get it clear there, Taylor. Offside flag given against Reese Hones, but he didn't get on the ball. And a bit of a bar through Archie Bales there by Cooper. And whoa. Cooper not letting him get back up. Well, you would think, with Coventry United being such a young team, I mean, half of these lads can't even drive yet, that they'd be bullied by a team like Harborough. Not the case. They've held their own. And Agbenu leaving one in on Archie Bales there, just sticking a foot in when the ball went. Free kick given in front of the Bees technical area. And I think there's going to be a change here for Harborough Town. That's number 17 getting ready. And that would be Merson Styles. Towards the box it goes. Mozzie Nduna's up there. Carter swings it clear into the centre circle. Hones. Slight shove by Ray. I don't think it warranted that reaction from Reese Hones, but it is going to be a free kick. Remember, it's Premier League. Premiership was about 10 years ago. Don't want to be technical about it, but, you know. I'm still trying to not call the EFL the Football League. Never going to get used to that. Into the final couple of minutes of the first half. It has certainly picked up. Williams' path blocked. Hasn't been able to add to that. 13 league goals this season. Amazing for a centre-back. Here's Agbenu coming in for Ansu. The only change of today's game. Crover blocking his path. Bales with the interception from Hones. Crowded out on that far side. And deflection of Bales takes it out for a throw. There is going to be a change. So I'm not doing double duty today. I'm not doing triple duty today. I'm doing quadruple duty. Unfortunately, for no more money. Talk about getting value for money, eh? There will be a fair bit of added time. We've had a few substitutes. I'd say at least 3 minutes. So all in all, probably about 5 minutes of the first half left. Nodded up by Malone. Carter's there. Williams didn't get the power behind the header. And I think there Carter took the ball away from Malone, who was ready to have a punt on the volley. Styles now fitting in at left back, and Walsh taking a more central role. He's going to be called into action immediately here as Agambiade got on the end of the ball. And a very soft free kick decision for a little barge in the back by Joseph Agambiade, costing the Red and Green a chance at the cross. The referee is not endearing himself to the Red and Green Army. Martin, I think you might be needed in the second half. One of our brilliant stewards here, Martin, stood next to us. And he's been winding up Chris Roscoe by wearing his Coventry City trousers today. I'll have to get the inside scoop on that at half time. Talk about doing double duty. He's been doing the stewarding and the goalkeeping coaching. Here's Styles, the substitute, just come on for the injured Reece Kelly. Went down with that knee knock earlier. Styles' ball. Roscoe's ball. Easy pick up for the United number 1. Launched out to Bales on the left. That is the normal time done. Into added minutes. And there is going to be no added time. Let's see what's going to be added on the end of the second half. That's half time here on CUTV. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We're back for the second half here on CUTV. Half-time score, Coventry United 0, Harborough Town 0. As the Red and Greens get set to kick off. There's no changes at half-time. Remember that Harborough did make a solitary switch just before the break with Reece Kelly ruled out of the rest of the match with a knee injury. He was replaced by Merson Styles. Aimless ball from the kickoff really of Coventry United, but they have forced Harborough into a corner. That's up line. Walsh, oh, and a clash of heads. That looked nasty. Between Callum Ray and I think it's Josh Walsh who's gone down. James Ireland taking exception to the challenge. Both players going for the ball. Walsh is back on his feet. And we'll get going again with a free kick. 15 yards shy of the halfway line. Just in from the right-hand side. There it goes. He's up there, nods it clear. Here's Agambiade. We're going to take advantage of the defence. Past Mulligan. Chips it left. Agambiade caught Mulligan on the leg. Referee says no fouls. The Bees get it clear. Stumbled by Bales. Team headed by Ireland, but finds Agbenu. And Dodzy Agbenu forced all the way back home with Elliot Taylor between the six. Hasn't been the busiest of afternoons for him. Roscoe certainly the busier of the two goalkeepers with some stunning saves in that first half. United hanging on to a point at the moment. A 0-0 at home to Harborough would not be a bad result. It's back with Taylor again. Strolling out of his penalty area now with the left boot. Thumps it to the left. Nodded on by Ireland. Headed by Yawley and United looking to clear the counter-attack. Prevented by Mulligan, who just cushions it out. And there could be a further substitution here for Harborough Town. Another player getting ready on the bench. As we said, they brought on Merson Styles just before the break as Reece Kelly could not continue. They still have Tony Bartlett, Jordan Henson, Sam Preston and Freddie Robinson on the bench. And for Coventry United, they have Karava Motsveni, Jaden Marsh, Aaron Addy and James Dunn as Brian and Love has just smacked it against Mulligan for a Coventry United throw deep into enemy territory. Here's Muzzy and Duna shielding well from Williams. Yawley just kept alive by Renato Prifty, chips it up the right flank. Joseph Agambiade just a stride behind that ball. That's going to be a goal kick. And there's been a goal at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Brentford 0, and Southampton have equalised at Leeds. We'll just have to check my ACCA. I've got 40 quid riding on this. At the moment, I'm one result out. Luton, you're letting me down. Agambiade marching down the right, took it too close to Malone. Walsh pending in his own backyard and gives it away cheaply to Renato Prifty, but he's surrounded by yellow shirts. He needs help. Finds it with Tyler Donaldson. Just too much of the numbers game working for Harborough Town. That's Riley Devoyle. It's dispossessed in the midfield by Agbenu. Hones. Shielding from Crover. Chance to strike for Carter. Carter deflection. Took the spin off it. And easy pickings for Roscoe in the end. Crover. Love was the target, but first through it is Malone. He just seemed to be dropping back into that centre-back position when needed, playing more of a defensive midfield role. Bales could only hit the shoulder of the right-back Cooper. And now Ireland. And Benu should keep that in, does keep it in. Hones is offside. And he missed it anyway. Not a great look there for Rhys Hones. A big thank you to today's match sponsors, Peter Lee and Rob Birdie Crow. And Manor Marion Davis will also be sponsoring the next game against Biggleswade, our last home game of the season. Great work by Prifty to keep the ball alive, despite being hassled and harried by Walsh and Agbenu. Headed by Agambiyade, it just rolls away from Nduna on this near side throw in. With United still trying to force Harborough into a mistake in their own backyard. Devoyle, Prifty left it, but Devoyle will get onto the rebound. Here's Joseph Agambiyade. There's space on the left for Bales. He wants it through. Let's play through with Muzzy and Nduna. The goalkeeper will get there just ahead of him. It was a great idea. Just needed to be a yard behind. And straight up the other end, it's with Agbenu to open the scoring for Harborough. He sifted it through, Chris Roscoe. The deadlock finally beaten. Dotsie Agbenu for Harborough Town leads by 1-0. 6 minutes into the second half, a well-taken strike, playing it through the goalkeeper. You can't say fairer than that. Dotsie Agbenu scores for the Bees. Coventry United 0, Harborough Town 1. There are people listening, you know. Substitution for Coventry United. Please show your appreciation for number 2, Junior Yawley. His replacement, number 12, Karabo Motsveni. So the change confirmed for Coventry United. Karabo Motsveni coming on for Junior Yawley. And it's Muzzy and Duna now moving back into the right wing-back role. And Motsveni taking his place in the front three, it appears, with Prifty also pushing a little higher. Motsveni tripped from behind. Referee says no foul as Walsh gets some distance on that. Donaldson, has he took it over the line under pressure from Holmes? Yes, he has. So throw halfway into Coventry territory for the Bees. Chested back to the taker by Ireland. And Callum Ray actually sent that ball backwards rather than forwards as he tried to clear it. It's gone out for a corner. Benny leaving that one to go out rather than try the cross. The third goal would really kill the game. Can Harborough take another step closer to that UCL title? Promotion already confirmed. They want to be lifting that silver at the end of the month. Malone. Not the most accurate header we've seen today. Crover plays out from the back, and there's an awkward ball back. And it's a ball that cost Coventry United a third goal. It's Ireland again. After a shocking back pass from Renato Prifty. He's consoled by his teammate Riley Devoyle, but it won't change the scoreline. Well taken finish from Ireland when he got the opportunity, but it was an opportunity of Coventry United's own making, and seals the 3 points with the third goal for Harborough Town. Harborough preparing their second substitution of the match as they now look to just see this game out. Well, my pre-match prediction was 2-0 to Harborough. Harborough have beaten that expectation as we're about to enter the final 20 minutes of the match. Pretty. Got past one but couldn't beat the second, trying to pinball his way through the midfield. Dodds the Agbenu. Agbenu looking to square. Across to Carter. Pulls it back. Hones. Tripped on the ball, unfortunate for Harborough. But a slide by Ireland keeps it alive. Hones. Agbenu. Carter again. I'm not sure who he was aiming for there. Possibly Styles, but it was an awful pass. Just trying to calm things down now. The game may well be beyond the red and greens, but they're not going to implode. 20 minutes to go here at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 0, Harborough Town 3. And, wow, another goal at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 1, Brentford 3. There's another goal by Janelt. Well, that certainly mucked up my acca. It was looking so good at half-time. Ireland. Here's Walsh. Spots Styles on the left-hand side. Harborough ready to make 2 changes. Styles wrestling with Nduna, and Nduna has won that battle of strength. Donaldson away. Safely back with Malone, who turns it straight back where it came from. Nduna. First time pass to Motsveni. Gray. Now Devoyle. And Nduna. Awkward first touch, but they've got it back with Motsveni. Now playing a more central role. Bales. Through ball for Prifty. He's just beaten to it by Dodziad Benu, who will shepherd that ball out for a goal kick. Well, the number 14 is coming on for Harborough any second now. That's Jordan Henson. And the number 15 is Sam Preston. Substitution for Harborough Town, leaving the field, number 4, Paul Malone, replaced by number 15, Sam Preston. Oh, the other change may have to wait, indeed it is. So Henson not coming on yet, but it is a change for Harborough with Paul Malone replaced by Freddie Robson. Oh, sorry, number 59, Sam Preston, I should say. It's been that kind of day. Taylor. And done by Ireland. Agbenu. Ireland again. Hones. Ill-timed slip by Carter, but Harborough maintain possession. Hones. Carter's going to hit one. Spurned away by the hands of Roscoe. He's certainly got it in for Carter today. Harborough ready to make that third and final change. At the opportune moment, they're also not going to make it while they're attacking. It's taken short. Launched in by Walsh. Header by Love gets it clear. Motsveni will chase Agambiadi up there too. Agambiadi tried to nod it on for Motsveni, but couldn't get the height on his leap. Fired away by Taylor. Ireland headed to the edge of the area for Hones. Agbenu. Deflected out off Archie Bales, making the block and the pass from Cooper. And again, Harborough strolling towards the ball rather than racing to get it, as they would be if it was 0-0. The throw from Daniel Cooper. Will it provide goal number 4? It's played down line with Josh Walsh. Bennu is offside. Ireland isn't! It's a hat-trick off the head of James Ireland. 1 off the boot, 2 off the head. James Ireland having a field day in the second half. No goalkeeper's going to be saving that. And Ireland very pleased with himself as well. He should be, as Harborough, with just 15 minutes to go, make it 4-0 at the Butts Park Arena. Goal for Harborough Town, completing his hat-trick, number 10, James Ireland. So with 15 minutes to go, United will just look to be keeping that scoreline down as much as they can. Here's Brian and Love on the left side of the box. That's not going to work. It's chipped up and going to get it away there. It's Preston. Failed to clear. Bales. DeVoyle. And a trip on Karama Motveni on the edge of the penalty area. Referee says no. Motveni incensed by the decision. Substitution for Harborough Town, leaving the field, number 10, James Ireland. His replacement, number 14, Jordan Henson. Well, that's the third and final change of the afternoon completed for Harborough Town, the hat-trick hero, James Ireland. With his 20th goal in all competitions, Harborough actually scored their 100th league goal this season today. It has been Harborough's second half, and they look to capitalise on this move. A ball low in across the penalty area. United failed to deal with it, but it is going to be a goal kick there as Bales played it off Dodzi Agbenu. It bounced over the line, but it looked like Agbenu was over the line when the ball hit him. Towards that far post. It's not the best of corners, straight in and straight out. And another Coventry United change coming up. That's Jaden Marsh getting ready. And two changes. James Dunn also coming on. Substitutions for Coventry United. Leaving the field, number 10, Renato Prifty, and number 5, Archie Crover. Entering the field, number 14, Jaden Marsh, and number 19, James Dunn. In fact, it's actually Tyler Donaldson who's gone off. I think they're down wide, got the number wrong on the substitutes board. Rolled out by Roscoe. Marsh has run down left-hand side, blocked up by his opposite number 14 in Jordan Henson, but they've got the throw out of it. Here's Agambiade. Turned by Marsh, a little back heel by Agambiade. Didn't have the power on it, but the running have got it back now. Agambiade just flicked it past Brian and Love. Raised header, that should have been a free kick. Surely it's Grav Motveni was manhandled from behind. Hones found in space on the left-hand side, now closed down by Nduna playing at right wing back. The slide was Styles. United do the job and those are clear their lines. Bales. Just passing it around in the midfield. 10 minutes to go until the final whistles. It's back in the area with Elliot Taylor. A bit of a drab end to the match. It looked so promising at half-time. Coventry United holding the league leaders. But 3 goals from Ireland have propelled Harborough Town into a 4-0 lead. Agbenu. It's at the back of Agbenu, has it? No, in fact, it hit Callum Ray. So it's going to be a throw. Down the line from Cooper. Charged down well by Jaden Marsh. And for another throw, virtually the same position. And another throw, this time coming off Dunn. Other side maintaining possession particularly well. And we'll say a big shout out to Roy Eden, our absent stadium announcer. Yep, Roy, I'm doing your job for you again. The penalty area swung away by Devoyle, nothing doing for Harborough. Motsveni. Trying to stay on side. He has stayed on side, but maybe has given Harborough a bit too much of that space back. Agambiade stings the gloves at the near post of Elliot Taylor. An ambitious effort from Agambiade, but very nearly paid off. It's back in the United end of the field with Agbenu. Preston. Crossfield ball unsuccessful. Allowing Nduna onto it. Agambiade receives from Karoba Motsveni. With some good ideas in this second half. Agambiade taking on the defender but losing. And now Hones begins the counter. He's got Agbenu with him. As well as Jordan Henson. He's going all the way onto the other side of the pitch. Hones, Henson, and Carter still looking for that goal, caught on the edge of the area. Free kick right on the edge of the box. Very close to being in the area. As Carter was just to be caught on the heel there by Callum Ray, the captain. Archie Bale struggling a little bit, having a little rest on the floor. Is the referee going to go to his pocket again? The only player booked so far was Brian and Love. No, he's not. Just the one name in the book for now. Chris Roscoe putting up the wall himself, taking his players where he wants them, not from the safety of his own goal line, but coming from actually putting the players into place himself. Not often that you see that. The free kick is actually on the line. Of course, the line does count as the area, so should it have been a penalty? Harborough not convinced that the wall is where it needs to be. The referee, in fact, does ask them to step a yard back. Can Harborough cap off a 5-star second half performance with a 5th goal? No, they can't. Drilled straight at Roscoe. One of the easiest saves he's had to make today. That wasn't exactly a 5-star kick from Roscoe. He's got some distance on it. It's out to the right side of the Harborough penalty area. 5 minutes to go here on CUTV. Of course, the next time we're on air, 2 weeks' time, the final home game of the season against Biggleswade. It's still 1-1 between Coventry City and Blackburn at the CBS Arena. And if you're just joining us here on CUTV, you're a little bit late. We've only got 5 minutes left. It's Coventry United 0, Harborough Town 4. And I'm doing my very best to keep Simon Reynolds off the highlights. Oh, please don't make the day any worse, Simon. It's bad enough. Go on, get. Well, that's the comic relief out of the way. Let's focus back on the football. Taylor, under pressure from Agambiade, gets it away in plenty of time. Dunn. Couldn't find it with the header. Agbenu. Henson. Harborough with time on their side as it ticks towards the 90th minute. We've had a fair portion of stoppages in the first half, less so in the second. The referee only played a minute of stoppage time in the first half. With the score being like this, I wouldn't be surprised if he just blows the whistle straight away on the 45th minute. Because United are not going to be in a position to fight to bring a result back. They're 4-0 down. They've been out of this game for a while. Cooper will make the run from Walsh. Runs it straight out. Carter. Bennett. Harborough not settling for 4 goals as Walsh continues. And Walsh, oh, that would have been a great way to round off the result. But Reese Hones was a little premature in his celebration, running up to the man who would have been attributed with the assist, Josh Walsh. But I think the man with the flag has got that one right. I don't think Hones will mind too much. The 3 points are in the bag. That is the most important thing for Harborough. Still have the league trophy to think about. They are up. They will be at step 4 next season, and they have earned it. But as we said earlier on, it's always better to go up as champions than the runner-up. Hopefully Coventry United can dream of doing that next season. There's a little highlight for you there as Ryder Boyle sticks it through the legs of Joel Carter. Well, a few highlights in this second half of the red and green, but that will be going in the video. Ray, first time ball by Marsh, here's Dunn. Ray again. Cravo Motveni. Here's Jaden Marsh making his 4th Coventry United appearance. And a free kick against Marsh there for, he's caught Carter in the midsection. Oh, there's been another goal to CBS Arena. It's a complete turnaround. Blackburn lead Coventry City by 2-1. It's Wharton with an 82nd minute goal. Hones into the final minute of normal time at the Butts Park Arena. It's been a sombre second affair for Coventry United. And Hones, great ball into the area, and he's just launched himself into Chris Roscoe. Roscoe, I think, seeing the funny side of it there, but Hones really should have been at the Oscars last week. In fact, I think that slap would have hurt Roscoe more than him jumping into him. And Akinbiade looking to just poke it past Taylor, but unsuccessful in doing so as we come to the end of this match. Highlights will be available tomorrow morning here on the CUTV YouTube channel. Might be afternoon due to the wrestling tonight. I'll be up till 5 o'clock. Late finish, late start. And there's a free kick there, a little bit of kicking from Rory Devol. Just caught Agbenu on the shin, I think. Oh, this could well be the final move of the match. We are now into added minutes. I'm not sure the referee's going to add too much on, with the result being in no doubt whatsoever. Harborough look to cap off this display with goal number 5 of what could be the final move of the game. They won't just volleyed away by Dunn. And Benu keeps it alive. Williams to Carter. And Carter, a man on a mission here. He wants that goal. Across our homes, he was denied by the offside flag earlier. He's denied by poor finishing on that occasion. Play continues. Not the best of days for the city of Coventry. Coventry United losing by 4-0. Coventry City losing 2-1. And if we look at the Coventry Spinks score, well, it's a lot better for Spinks. They're winning 4-0 against Wellingborough. Sorry, 4-1, I should say. The referee brings this afternoon's match to a close. A first half performance to be proud of for Coventry United, holding the league leaders to a scoreless draw at the break, but the second half was very much Harborough's game. So the final score here at the Butts Park Arena is Coventry United 0, Harborough Town 4. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on CUTV.